Hola friends, welcome back to another show. Today we are going to work on a letter that we have talked about before. So we're going to talk about the letter that you see on the whiteboard today. Do you know what letter this is? Great job. So some of you know what letter this is and some of you don't, and that's okay. But today we are going to talk about the letter L. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to identify which one is the uppercase letter L, which is the big letter L. And then we're going to see which one is the lowercase letter L, which is the little letter L. So the blue one is the uppercase, which is the big letter L. And the red one is the lowercase, which is the little letter L. So that was our first kindergarten readiness goal today. But the second one we're going to work on is you're going to listen and you're going to turn your ears on so you will know what to listen for. Guess what? We're going to read a story today. And our story is going to be something that starts with the letter L. So today, you will not need any materials. You will just need to listen because today is story time. And we're going to read a book that's called Listening Time because listening starts with the letter L. So first I'm going to ask you, how do you listen? Look inside of this picture. This little friend is pointing at something. They're pointing at these things right here. And you have these on your head too. Do you know what these are called? What is this little friend touching? Great job. This little friend is touching her ears. This little friend is touching her ears. Can you touch your ears? Great job. Did you know that you use your ears for listening? That's good. I'm glad you knew that. So this little friend is going to tell you a story about using your listening ears. And remember, listening starts with the letter L. That's why we're reading this story today. But when you go to school, when you go to preschool or you go to kindergarten, you're going to have to sit down sometimes and use your listening ears when your teacher is trying to talk to you. Also, when you're at home, you're going to use your listening ears to listen to your mom, your dad, your grandma, your papa, or someone else in the house who's bigger than you. So, just like we always do, we're going to sing our song before we get started. The author writes the story and then he names the book. The illustrator draws the pictures. Now let's take a look. So remember, the author writes the story. He writes these letters that turn into words. And then the illustrator draws the pictures. So when you see pictures drawn on a book, that's because the illustrator drew the pictures. So let's look at our book. We went over this last time we had story time, but do you remember what part of the book this is? Do you think this is the front or the back of the book? It's the back of the book. Great job. If you did not know, when you turn a book over, this is called the back of the book. Now, we're going to turn it back, and you're going to tell me, do you think this is the front of the book or the back of the book? Great job. This is the front of the book, okay? So we have the front of the book and the back of the book. And then remember, this little piece that holds the book together so it will stay in one piece is called the spine. Can you say spine? Great job. So, back to our story. We're going to get started. Our book today is called Listening Time. That means it's time to turn on your ears so you can listen. All right, so I'm going to use my pointer so you will know what I'm reading, okay? And I'm also going to try to get just a little bit closer so you can see my words. All right, so here we go. Listen, listen, everyone. This right here is the teacher. Listening time has begun. So the teacher is talking to the little friends in her classroom. She's asking them to listen up. Turn the page. Look at this little friend right here. What do you think this little friend is doing? What do you see this little friend doing right here? Yes, this little friend is sitting so nice. Look at how this little friend is sitting. Do you think this little friend is happy or sad? This little friend looks happy. Look at his face. He has a smile on his face. Sit crisscross. Applesauce. Hands on knees, please. All right, little friends, I want to see if you can do it. Can you sit crisscross applesauce just like this little friend right here? And make sure your hands are on your knees. Look at his hands. Make sure your hands are on your knees. Oh, look at you sitting so good. Great job. That means you are listening. Turn the page. Put away the wiggles. Put away the giggles. Listening works better when your body is calm and still. Looky there. These friends are sitting crisscross applesauce too, with their hands on their knees and on their leg. So that means that they are listening too. Turn the page. Hush, hush, shh. Quiet, quiet. When the teacher asks you to get quiet, look where she puts her finger. Can you put your finger there too? Look where the teacher has her finger. Can you put your finger there too? Great job. She's telling them to get quiet. Turn the page. 2 eyes for looking. This little friend is pointing at his 2 eyes for looking. 2 ears for hearing. This little friend is pointing at his 2 ears. And 1 mouth for closing. And this is the friend's mouth. This friend has his mouth open, but this friend has his mouth closed. That means he's not talking and he is ready to listen. So let's do this. Point to your 2 eyes so I can see that you're looking. Point to your 2 eyes. Great job. Point to your 2 ears so I will know you are listening. Point to your 2 ears. Ah, great job. Now the last thing you're going to do is close your mouth. Close your mouth just like this friend right here so I will know that you're ready. Look at you go. Great job. Turn the page. With a pretend key, zip it, lock it, put it in your pocket. So they're just pretending. They don't really have a key. but they are pretending to zip their lips and put the key in their pocket. But remember, they're just pretending. Turn the page. If a sound pops out, quick, cover it up. Go. That's super funny. So over here, they have a Jack-in-the-Box. It's a cool little toy that some of my friends may have at their house. Turn the page. Good listening looks like this. So look, these friends are still sitting crisscross applesauce with their hands in their lap, on their leg, or on their knees. And you should be sitting just like this. That way we know you are ready to listen. Turn the page. 2 eyes for looking. You see what to do. 2 ears for listening. You hear what to do. Wow! Good for you. Turn the page. I'm quiet as a mouse. I'm still as can be. Who's ready to listen? Turn the page. Me. So look at all of these friends. They made a good choice. They're showing their teacher that they are ready to listen. And guess what? You guys listened to my entire story. I'm going to turn the page. And now we're at the back of the book because it's the end. So you guys followed the rules in my book today to learn how to listen. And we read the listening book because today we talked about the letter L. And listening starts with the letter L. So I am super excited that you guys tuned in to the show today. And I hope that you learned a lot about listening. Don't forget what letter listening start with, and make sure you have your listening ears on when someone is talking or teaching you. All right, friends, make sure you subscribe and share the video, and I will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.